the Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refried smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
An AI live stream of a never-ending bass solo.
What?
Why would somebody do this?
The pandemic, they're bored.
Yeah.
Somebody's officially been inside way too long and has access to too much technology.
I listened to a little bit of this earlier, right before we jumped on, and it started out interesting and then just went like completely abstract.
I couldn't. An AI-based solo, like a computer's just wailing.
So what they did is they trained it. So they have an AI program, right? A learning program, and they say, watch this, watch all these bass solo videos, right? Of some guy slapping up and down the bass. Watch a couple hours of that, and then it'll give you an idea of what a bass solo video looks like, and now create one that just goes on forever, just never stops.
They showed like Les Claypool, Jocko.
It was just one guy, so I think they picked one guy who had a lot of different videos. This was Adam Neely was the YouTuber, and I think that's it's probably taking the audio directly too. It's not playing a bass sampling program or anything like that. I think it's just
flee for 9 hours.
It's taking the audio and chopping it up in its own way into what it sees as a bass solo. I don't know how else it would do it because it doesn't make any mention of synthesis in here, and the tone is all consistent. It all sounds like it's one bass. Like if you fed it many different bass players, it wouldn't sound like it was one bass playing. It would just sound like a mess of samples.
One day it'll open. It's on my list of things for 2021. New computer.
They got those new chips in the new MacBooks now. It's supposed to be super sweet.
I think I'm going iPad Pro. I think.
Yeah.
So all computers are heading anyway. Like Mandy's got one that's one of those where it can flip up and become a giant tablet.
That's the way to go. The iPad Pros, the features that you get for that price, it's become well worth it. But don't forget to account for the accessory items.
Oh yeah, Apple's good at that.
Yeah,
like it's to the point like when my computer will get hung up and I have to open up the activity monitor to like kick it in the ass to get things moving again.
Right. You have to dad the laptop for a minute. Hey, what's going on in here?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're playing grab ass?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Let's make with the video already.
Let's load what I fucking want you to load.
That'd be great. Like as AI advances and it gets into more of our devices, and we're I mean, even just your PC, you'll probably be interacting with it. It's less of keyboard and mouse and more of, hey, play that bass solo video there that I see on the screen. And the computer was, all right. But there probably will be like
well, no,
a lot more yelling at.
Well, then now we're getting into hell, right? No, Dave.
I think it's a lot more yelling at the computer.
You have watched that video
person...
too many times. I do not want to look for Asian porn again, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it'd be the opposite. The computer would dad you and be like, buddy, look.
You're going to end up on a watch list.
This is your 5th visit hub today, dude. Yeah. Like, come on. I know pandemic and all. Can't go outside. But, dude, give it a rest.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Hal, bring up Pornhub. I'm sorry, Dave. I cannot let you do that.
No, for real, Dave. The cops are watching. I can't do this anymore.
Okay, Dave. One more, but I'm filtering out all the sister porn. Okay? It's for your own good.
No more stepsisters, Dave.
Is that video just really not going to play? You had to kill it?
Rebooted my browser. What if it's taking a break? What if it's like... Oh, no, it's infinite, right? Can't take a break.
Yeah, it says infinite. It's like the AI smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. It's like, I gotta take a whiz,
it's
have a
out in the alley. It's blowing a joint in the alley. What, YouTube? Oh, shit. That's right, that YouTube thing.
Yeah. Hey, get back in there. Oh, shit. All right, cool. It's just spinning. There we go. Wow.
What? That doesn't sound like bass.
Yeah. Broken. That doesn't... that just sounds like...
No scale.
Yeah.
No rhythm. It sounds like somebody having an epileptic fit on top of a bass guitar.
Yeah, that just sounds me picking up guitar and go, look guys, I'm in the gym.
If you had a whole herd of hamsters and you let them loose in a room with a bass guitar that was lying on the floor, and then you had a hawk circle overhead, and they would all go nuts running over it. That's what it would sound like.
AI, you need to learn. Go listen to some Chili Peppers, AI, and get back to me.
Yeah, musicians, don't worry about computers taking your jobs anytime soon. That's going to be one of the last jobs computers take. That and jokes. Yeah. Making music, making people cry and cracking them up. And actually, you know what? I bet you it'd be
Cancel culture is going to get rid of jokes before computer does.
I bet you that AI, yes, it's true. AI is not going to kill the joke. It's just not going to be any good at it.
Yeah, but it's going to. How about why don't they make the plane out of the black box? Ha ha ha. What is the deal with airline food?
Also, I'm flying this plane right now.
Yeah.
I can multitask.
What's like? Hold on, has the computer not heard?
Well, I was going to say that I bet you it would be easier for AI to make us cry than it would be to make us laugh.
Oh, absolutely.
Because all AI has, like, AI would figure that out easily. What? I make a short film about a kid and he gets cancer. Done. Like, add some music. Just has to have strings in it, and it has to be slow. It doesn't even have to be good music. Just do some slow, subtle strings, and then here's some footage of somebody crying, right? But you can't do that with jokes. You can't. I mean, you could show AI could just go, oh, you know what makes people laugh? Seeing other people laugh, and it could just string together footage of people laughing, and you would watch it, and your initial reaction would be to go, maybe like, laugh along a little bit, and then go, what's everyone laughing at? And then after about 20 or 30 seconds, you go, this is fucking creepy. This is just a bunch of laughing, and there's no jokes. What is going on? This makes me feel uneasy.
Like, has a computer never heard this?
Who's that? Who's got that raw, fuzzy bass tone?
That is Les Claypool.
Les Claypool, proponent of the Snarlin' Dogs pedals, of which I have one.
Come on, computer.
Wait, is that still him?
Yeah. This is a cover from like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It's Primus with Ozzy singing it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, come on, computer. That was garbage. Now it's like a scab, right? Now it's like I almost have to like. All right, so what does your infinite death metal loop sound like?
Right. Yeah. Look, I listen.
I bet it sounds like a car. Right. That's would be my best. Like some kind of industrial machine or a car. Because I mean that's what the music sounds like, anyways. And I like metal, but metal's just like 2008. It's all just trying to sound like
dinosaurs and cars. They all sound like yeah. I bet they're heavily scraping the sound effects libraries. That's what it sounds like. They've got that. Oh shit! What's the German dude that does all the Chris Nolan movies? Scored the Batman stuff. It's real big. It's like the biggest name composer in movies.
Like Junkie XL?
No.
Something like that?
No, a protege of Junkie XL was a protege of this dude, though. Why can't I remember his name? He even has a whole sample library named after him.
There you go. It sounds like fucking Metalocalypse. It sounds like Nathan Explosion. Is it broken?
I think it just stops and starts. You know, that's more listenable than the infinite bass solo. The infinite bass solo would drive me nuts. Because the infinite bass solo would be like, the infinite bass solo is that dude, that friend of a friend, who your buddy calls you, hey, let's blow a joint. I got my dude Steve with me. You haven't met him, but trust me, he's a cool dude, right? And that dude ends up with flake and just sits there and fucks around on your bass guitar all night, even though he's never played a bass guitar or any instrument, obviously. But he just wants to fuck around with it because it's cool. And finally you just snap and you're like, will you please control your friend?
Yeah.
I do not want to hear him pretend to be Flea again.
Tell your friend he is not a bass player.
That's
were these just bored computer programmers?
Probably. Well, I mean, this is all part of it. Like, this is how they test this shit. This is how AI advances. You know, you go, what would it sound like if we had it do this? And you go, oh, that was horrible. But we did get this and that from it, which is interesting. You know, and that's the process.
At least we're doing entertaining shit with it.
What are they called? The recurrent neural networks. So what
was that?
No, but that is a good one.
Is prog rock?
That would be a great one. A recurrent.
They opened up for Rush in 2015.
Recurrent neural network, or RNN. Artificial neural networks where connections between nodes form a directed graph along a temporal sequence. Okay, I'm out. I'll just trust you.
TLDR.
RNN has something to do with AI. It's a type of AI. That's as far as I can figure out. But yeah, so it's not like they made this. They're like, oh, we have to we have to develop from the ground up an AI that will play an infinite bass solo. They just have, they're playing around with this RNN and going, what can we throw at it? And by throwing a lot of different things at it, it's like a kid, right? I mean, you're trying to figure out how it best learns and what it's interested in, essentially. So when you're raising a child, you need to throw a lot of different things at it. You need to go, hey, here's this movie, here's this book, here's this. You don't force it on it. Hey, you have to like Raising Arizona. It's one of the best comedies for it. Sit down and watch it. You just go, hey, have you seen this? Have you checked this out? Have you read this book? Did you know this fact? You throw a lot of different things at them and you see what they engage with. So, I mean, in the fact that they're able to make it do what sounds like a credible recording of an amateur death metal band, I think that was a success. I wouldn't listen to it, but the bass solo is maddening and just nonsense. So it's not that they developed isn't into bass. I guess he's not going to be a bass player.
AI seems more of like a guitar player anyway.
Yeah. What is this?
Oh, it's from Kill 'Em All. The Cliff Burton bass solo.
I could barely hear it.
Come on, your former long hair.
Oh yeah.
Then a bus rolled over on him. Oh, like 2 years later.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
That's so fucked up, man. He slipped right out the window just in time to get crushed by the bus.
Yeah, and wasn't it...
Like, he should have just been tossed around like everyone else.
Yeah, and isn't it the legend, like James Hetfield or something was supposed to have that bunk or something, and they switched for some odd reason?
Yeah, but it's one of those stories where, like, we will never know if that's true.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been true, but it's so one of those stories that it's such an urban myth type of story that it's almost impossible to believe.
Yeah, like there's shit floating around with the Leonard Skinner plane crash.
Right.
Yeah, there's stuff attached to that too.
Right, where it's funny how we deal with truth. Like, one person tells me something, I don't know about that. 100 person tell me something, there must be something to it. 1 million people tell me something, there's no way. Right? That is kind of how we operate. The first person to tell you that Richard Gere had a gerbil up his butt, you go, no, that's stupid, dude. And after you hear it a few more times, you're like, well, there's smoke, there's fire. There must be something to this story. And now it's such common knowledge that you're like, that is completely apocryphal. Like, it's
there's a fine line.
At
some point, too many people believe it.
Right. Yeah.
Now it crosses back over being into unbelievable.
Yes.
See, Michael, there's still hope for you yet. Even though you're dead. About Michael Jackson. Like 50 years from now, people won't think you fucked all them kids.
Oh, yeah, totally. Right, because think about it. 50 years from now, you're like, wait, and he did all that and sold, like, more records than anybody else at the same time? That can't be true.
Hey, you know what's going on right now? R. Kelly's here in this prison going, you're saying there's a chance. His lawyer's taking down notes. Oh, that's how it goes.
R. Kelly's going to go into cryogenic deep freeze.
Yeah.
He's like, revive my body in 50 years and I'm going to be the world's biggest pop star. Yeah. He's going to be... what was the fucking movie where the cop and the criminal get frozen and revived in the future. It was with, what's his name, the tax evader that went to prison.
I'm going to just guess, just strictly by the name, because it sounds like it was probably made up before the Time Cop.
Time Cop.
I've never seen the movie. I just putting that out there based on the plot you just described.
I'm going to Time Cop himself. Wait, was that the one?
I don't know.
It wasn't Time Cop. It was something else that was like that, because it was with the actor who played Blade. Wesley Snipes. Yes. Didn't he? What was the movie? Wasn't it him, and it was either Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger or somebody like that. And
see, now only Van Damme's in Time Cop, and yeah, reading the plot, it's not.
It was something like, because I remember Wesley Snipes was like,
Was he the cop or the bad guy?
He was the bad guy, because he was like, this,
all right, I'm Googling Wesley Snipes frozen criminal and see what happens.
Well, he went to actual jail, so that might be hard.
Demolition Man.
Yeah,
Stallone.
Yes.
Yeah, Stallone's. See?
Demolition Man. That was the movie.
Wow, Google.
So anyway.
You come up with the craziest shit. With the craziest search phrases.
All that to say that R. Kelly's going to Demolition Man himself so he can be the badass of the future.
Yeah.
No, have you seen Demolition Man?
I have not.
It's not a bad movie for what it is. Like, Wesley Snipes is so over the top in that, because he goes into the future where they've solved crime, right? It's a utopia. So he is like the only criminal, and nobody knows how to handle him. And he just has a blast with it.
Do you think the screenwriters really liked the police? So they were like, we're going to write Demolition Man?
That is a weird one. I think, like, Demolition Man was not a hit for the police. I don't even know if it was a single. It was, a fairly deep cut for them. I mean, they're still a well-known band and people would know the song, but it wasn't a big song for them. So I
know Grace Jones had a song called Demolition Man.
It wasn't like one of those things where people have been doing this for like the last 20 years, like crazy, where you just name a movie after a song that, I just watched one, Killing Them Softly, right? Nothing to do with Roberta Flack or anything. It's just like, oh, that's a cool title. I'm going to make a movie with that title. And people will want to see it because of, well, like, Killing Them Softly, what's that about? But
see, this was the Demolition Man song I know.
I don't remember.
Jones. Don't ask me fucking
why. I don't
why.
remember a Grace Jones Demolition Man.
Oh, this is the same song. Oh, shit.
Wow, she really slowed it down, huh? I've never heard this. I got to check that out. Well, so there was the original Demolition Man off the album, I believe, if I have my history correct.
Well,
then they made the movie, and then when the movie came out, they did a new version of Demolition Man. So there's like an updated Demolition Man. But yeah, chances are the person who wrote they're either a big fan of the police.
I think I just discovered
or they were like, wow, that's a cool... I don't know what that song's about, but that's a cool name for a movie.
I don't think this is a police song. Because what's playing right now, this is the Manfred Mann Earth Band. Now, see now.
Is this from the soundtrack?
No, this is from like the 70s.
Wait, what is this?
Manfred Mann Earth Band. The Blinded by the Light Band.
It's called Demolition Man?
Mm-hmm. It's the same song.
What the fuck?
Isn't it?
No. Might be. I can't remember any of the lyrics to the original.
Well, according
So
to-
it's not
According to Wikipedia, Sting wrote it. The Grace Jones is the original, and the Police did their version of it. Yeah, no, that's the same song.
okay, yeah, you know,
Here's
you're
the
right. you're
Police.
right.
Yeah. See?
Yep, all right.
What? Never thought we'd go down this rabbit hole.
So, wait, Sting writes a song. Grace Jones performs it. Mm-hmm. Then it gets covered by... No, wait a minute. When did Manfred Mann record that then?
Stand by.
Maybe the... Okay, so they did, yeah. The Police later released their rendition of the song on Ghost in the Machine. I thought so, but I thought that's where it originally appeared.
Manfred Mann is covering it.
Yeah, so
Theirs is from the early 80s.
Right.
Like live, so their covers. So it's a Sting song that Grace Jones originally did, and then the Police ended up putting their version of it on Ghost in the Machine. And then at some point in the early 80s, Manfred Mann covers it. Alrighty.
Well, that's what the listeners tune in for. You know, they're like, I hope they get to the bottom of Demolition Man finally on this one. They're going to crack this nut wide open.
Case solved.
So yeah, and that was a single for Grace Jones. So yeah, I guess maybe that was a bigger hit than I thought. B-side, by the way, Warm Leatherette. That's the better hit right there. You familiar with that one?
It's Grace Jones.
Go for the Grace Jones version, I think, because that's a cover. That is definitely a cover.
No, this isn't Grace Jones. Anyway. I've never understood the appeal of this chick. Like, to me, she's one of those people who sings.
Yeah.
Like, she's in that category with Dylan, as far as I'm concerned. You're not really singing, you're like talking in rhythm, kind of to a tune.
Yeah. I think that this song is interesting because it's kind of kitschy. Like I said classic, kind of tongue in cheek. Really, the original that you played initially by The Normal is it's not really a classic, but it's legendary in techno, in the techno world, because it's so proto techno. It was released in like, I want to say 77, 78, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow.
So that's like one of those deep cuts that DJs will throw on occasionally.
78.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this comes absolutely. What's big at 78? Fucking yacht rock and disco. Punk's just starting to show up.
And this you could drop into a fucking booty set, and it has happened.
Oh, absolutely. I can hear the beat you drop behind it.
Get your own check stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see your check stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
Sounds like something they'd be listening to in the Milk Bar in Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. Yes, it absolutely does. At 100%. And it doesn't do anything else, too. So, but that being said, I still like the Grace Jones version. I think it's I have a thing for like somewhat down tempo disco-y numbers, like loungy disco stuff.
What do you mean? Loungy disco.
I don't know, like Walking on Thin Ice is another one by Yoko Ono. There's another one who's like, I'm not a big fan of like their body of work, but they have these occasional songs that I just think are genius. There you go. So it's got that upbeat tempo, but I don't picture like people going nuts on the dance floor. You know, people are like hanging out by the bar with cigarette hanging out of their mouth.
I can't stand her. I got a better example.
Yeah.
Now that I know where your head's at, because I can't listen to her. She can't hold a tune.
No, but she does that kind of also talk sing thing through this one mostly. She doesn't really get into the howling. The thing that fucking makes people's eyes bug out of their heads. Yes, yeah. This is another perfect example. Lounge disco.
Oh, I always liked this band. I don't know why.
Oh, Blondie's one of my favorites.
She's got a good voice. I like the rhythm section.
Deborah Harry's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
And is like, she can really sing anything.
Yeah.
You know, she, like in this song, she's putting on for effect. She's doing that kind of baby sound to her voice and like cooing and all that. And in other stuff, she, like, rip her to shreds. She's like practically growling through the song. Like, she knows how to use her voice and she knows how to use it in context of a pop song, but just as a pure talented singer, she's got all the chops.
Because in this song, she's just completely belting it out. Completely different sound to her voice.
Yep. This is where she's more pushing the range and pushing the volume of her voice and straining it in ways that like are really effective. It
singing
comes
in
through
a real
as an
voice.
emotive. Yeah.
No, what she was doing before was an affectation. This is like when she auditioned for the band. This is the voice she sang with.
Yep. Yeah.
Such a great song.
Really, like there's so much of Blondie stuff that I like, even outside of the big hits.
And they don't get credit for being one of the first bands to put together like electronic music and rock.
And like, rap and disco and
like they were starting to sow those seeds back in the late 70s, early 80s.
True punks. Right? Punk became kind of its own thing, but punk at the beginning, when you look at the bands that were getting booked at CBGB's, it was bands that were doing whatever the fuck they wanted. The idea of punk wasn't set in stone, so their idea of punk was, we can do a disco song, we can do a funk song, we can rap on it, we can do whatever the fuck we want, play loud guitars, play like surf guitars, whatever we think sounds good, that's punk to us. And we're just, and we're doing it on our own, right? That was what the essence of punk was. Nobody's writing these songs and handing them to us. We're not being managed for a certain look. We're putting together this mishmash of all these different influences into this big stew of music. And it's all based on our passions, the things that we think are good. That's essentially what punk was. It wasn't, I hate everyone, I'm going to spit on everyone and stick a safety pin through my cheek. That was the fucking pro wrestling version of punk.
Did you ever hear this?
I want to say yes.
Well, you've obviously heard the song before.
I know the song, but I'm trying to place who's covering it. That's Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, and she actually does a really good job on this song, actually.
I had heard that she had done it, and I was like,
She does. Well, too, also, this is a live recording that they went back in and punched up.
Okay.
But she still does, like,
Who's
I was
the
ready
band?
to hate it. What's that?
Who's the band? She's playing with a band.
It's just her band.
No. I thought there was an established rock group that was backing her up on this.
Oh, maybe.
I think so.
It says Plastic Hearts on YouTube. Is that a band? Yes. No, it says Plastic Hearts studio album by Miley Cyrus.
No, I guess there's definitely a version.
Like, I was ready to hate it, and God damn it, she did a good job.
Yeah, not bad. And she's, you know, they're sticking to the original arrangement, which I think is fine.
Yes.
But she's making it her own. She's not fucking with the melody, but she's making choices that Deborah Harry wouldn't because she's a different singer than Deborah is.
Well, to be honest, she doesn't have the range.
Oh, sure.
Because, I mean, there was another cover that she did that people were fawning all over that I thought it was awful. She did Say Hello to Heaven by Temple of the Dog.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd tackle that song, Miley.
Yeah, she did not do well. The internet said otherwise, but no. My reaction when I heard it was like, knock off the cigarette, Smiley. I mean, she did not hit any of the notes. Like, you know, at the end when Chris Cornell starts hitting those crazy high notes, not even close. Not even. And
you've
close.
got to get up there, or else that song is just meaningless. You can't be like, say hello to heaven. Oh,
and it wasn't. It wasn't her best. It sounded like it wasn't her best day. Like whatever. Like she had a good day when she did This Heart of Glass, but when she did Say Hello to Heaven, like as it. Sure, plenty of people will let us know. Like, no, what are you talking? No, if you put it next to Chris Cornell's version, shit.
Yeah,
it was awful. I would put this next to Blondie's version. I think
no singer wants to be put next to Chris Cornell.
It's true.
Bodega, Alpha and Omega. Siamese sailors sell celery sandwiches. Sawing-a-bada, serving platter.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
Did you want to try reading that line on the script there?
Oh, yeah, let's see. You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, that one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just not warmed up yet. Shouldn't be long. Detector test.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive today.
The marmot mangled my mushy pork pancake.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.